Okay. So, about self-improvement. Yeah, you know, you should never stop taking in constructive criticism, reflecting on yourself, and trying to improve. The moment you get refractory and think, okay, I'm there, no one can tell me shit, it's my way or the highway. If you're critical of me, then something's wrong with you, not me. The moment you've reached that, then you're one of those guys. So yeah, you know, on a daily basis, man, and I'm self-aware that way. There are people that are not self-aware, and people that are, and people that are self-aware take stuff like that to heart, take constructive criticism to heart, and I do. People that are not self-aware go through life clueless to that shit. You see these people all the time. They can be the biggest douchebags in the world, and people are laughing at them, but they have no idea. Hang on a sec. Okay, cigar's out. All right. I need to get my cup of coffee now. Something else I wanted to say. Oh yeah. Another thing is a matter of philosophy. Maybe I should change my channel to Stereo Police, the Audio Philosopher. How's that? The Audio Philosopher. No, that would be fucking way out there. Because I'm not smart enough to be a philosopher, but I do philosophize, though. I opine. Another thing in life you got to do, I'm on a tangent, is you don't grow as a person unless you step out of your comfort zone. You got to think about that. We all have our comfort zones. The things we do on a daily basis, the places we like to be, the things we like to do that makes us comfortable, comfy, cozy. And you stay right in that little zone, that little circle of comfort. And if that's where you want to stay, you don't really grow as a person. And the only time you grow is you got to step out of it. Now, I could go on about that for a long time. But by stepping out of it, you got to do different. You got to take risks and chances and things. And the risks and chances could result in failure. And failure can be humiliating. But it could also be rewarding as well, and learning experience. The process of learning is the process of failure. You don't learn without failure. Think about how children learn. A kid doesn't know that it hurts like hell to do a face plant until he face plants. Then he learns to take it easy. You know, things like, I mean, there's lots of examples, but the same thing applies intellectually as well. Or across the board, or socially as well. Across the board, man. And so you got to step out of your comfort zone. And I'm kind of stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit with this video right here, as a matter of fact. This last couple of videos, I'm going outside of my realm here. I'm telling you a little bit about myself, giving you a little bit of philosophy. So this is something different for me. I hope you enjoy it and get something out of it. I'm going to wrap things up and go over to the cottage right now. We'll pick up there. But I do want to say, I'm going to have to make this a multi-part series, but I want to say I appreciate all of you guys, my subscribers. I have, you know, a very small number of subscribers, relatively speaking, and I like it that way. Not trying to grow my channel because I don't want to let my channel growth dictate what I do or how I behave or what I say. I just do my thing, whatever comes to mind, and I like variety, I like change, and just whatever I feel like doing, I do. And if someone gets something out of it, if you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. That's all I can do. If I jump the shark, I jump the shark, man. But just to get a few of those nice comments, and a few of you guys come back over and over again to comment, and I love it. I appreciate it. Love you guys. That's really, I think that's all I wanted to say right here at the campsite. I'm going to have to put a little water on the fire barrel and head on over to the cottage, and I got a couple things to do there, and then head home for the Super Bowl. Just trying to think if there's anything else on my mind. Let me walk over, you know, while I'm here, let me walk over and show you my alternate site where I sit there and wave at cars. Got my cup of coffee here. Get my glasses. Sometimes I like I said, there's a fairly busy road over here that goes over the mountain. We're at an elevation of close to 2,000 feet here. We're not at the top of the mountain by any stretch. This is the base of the mountain. We started out, before we came up, you saw me driving up the mountain, we started out at about 300 feet above sea level. We're at close to 2,000 feet right here, but we're still in a valley. The mountain goes up. I think it's obscured by clouds there. Now this is the Appalachians. They're among the oldest mountains in the world. Old. They're not high. Creepy. So when you go to the top of this mountain, it's roughly 3,500 feet, so it's not high. You know, some people call them foothills compared to the Rockies, and they are, because the Appalachians, you don't get above the tree line. But they're beautiful. They're gorgeous mountains. And when I went to the Rockies, they were pretty, but I felt a coldness. I don't know how to describe it. When I'm in the Appalachians, I just feel at home, man. There's just a certain beauty here. There's a certain beauty and a certain feeling I get when I'm in the Appalachian Mountains. These are the Blue Ridge right here. Ooh, I just walked through a pocket of super cold, dense air. It just hit me. Wow. There's such beautiful things that crop up here. In the summertime, there are little areas where you see the mountain ferns and the mountain laurels. Gorgeous. I can't wait to show you this in the summertime. There's some on the other parts of the property, there's some big patches of ferns. There's a fern right there. They just grow naturally here. And the ferns are just lovely looking. So here's where I sit. You can see there's a little fire pit there, and a seat. And I'll sit there and sometimes burn a fire and overlook the creek, the stream. And just do my thinking. And I don't really meditate, but I do some deep thinking out here, and sometimes I'll do some writing. You know, and it's just lovely. Let me walk down this way. Like I said, I don't care about the road. Sometimes in the summer you can't really see it, but I like waving at people. People honk, check out the cars going by. Then if I wanted to, I could go further back over that way where you don't really see any cars. And hear them, but I kind of like being near the cars. It's kind of a mixture of things. Life going by and people are doing their thing, and I'm sitting here, and sometimes you'll see some bear prints here. Those aren't bear prints, those are deer. But lots of bear cruising through here. Lots of them. Sometimes you see them. They're pretty elusive. This is a spring-fed stream. It comes from the top of the mountain. It originates up there from a spring. It flows more heavily after a rain, of course, but even when there's a drought, this continues to flow. Fed from a stream. It is so cold and so clear. And there's nothing above it but a mountain. There's no other houses above this, no businesses. There's nothing to contaminate this water, other than the natural bacteria and amoeba or whatever that live in there, but there's no contaminants. It's so clean. We just made a giant circle. Burning down. Look at that. Ooh, that's hot. Let's take a walk down this way, shall we? Well, thanks for joining me today. That's the barn. I think that's an old road. Has that look, although I don't know if that's if water used to flow there. This is so pretty in the summertime. But in the winter, you can see things that you can't see in the summer. So I like having 4 seasons. And I love Virginia. Virginia is such a beautiful state. Well, forget Northern Virginia. That's disgusting. I grew up in Northern Virginia. My mouth is getting, forgive me. My mouth is getting frozen because it's cold out here. So I've got that slurpy mouth now, you know, you can't open, you can't talk. There's the barn. That's on the farmhouse property. So this piece of land right here is the campsite is on about 5 acres. On the 5 acres, the stream is part of it, so the stream is on the property, and the property goes over to that side of the stream. I don't know if you can see way back there. There's an orange surveyor's marker. That's one of the property lines. You can see it over there, straight ahead. I just recently cut these vines right here. They were choking the tree. I cut them last week. And then let me show you the area I call the beach, which I take my nephew and his 3-year-old son up here, and kids love this area, playing in the water and throwing stones, and we're gonna have fun here this summer. Almost tripped. That would have been fun to see. I would have kept that on video too. Me face planting. Oh, that would have been fun. These are all my tire tracks right here. I used to have that picnic table over here. Maybe these are bear tracks. The bear comes over here quite a bit. They probably are. Yeah, they've melted, but these are going to be bear tracks. Too bad they've melted. Wish you could see the real bear tracks. But they are. The bear walks over here quite a bit. So this is the area I call the beach. This stream is still part of the property. Now this is the other side of the road is the farmhouse property, which is about 9 acres. And then I used to have that picnic table, that green picnic table sitting over here, and I moved it to the other side. And then there's the farmhouse and the barn, and the property goes way up the hill there, the rest of the 9 acres. So that's the tour. I have a tenant living in the farmhouse right now. I rent that out. And the beach. Ooh, it's getting cold out here. Brothers and sisters. When the sun came out, the temperature done dropped. All right. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to hit stop right here, and I'll see you guys at the cottage.